Hello gorgeous, this is Melanie from Makeup by Melanie B, and today I have a couple of things I'm going to show to you. So they're going to be in separate videos, but the first thing we're going to do is I want to show you what you can do with Candlelight ShadowSense. ShadowSense shadows are waterproof, and they're a cream to powder, and they're long lasting, so when you put this on it's going to stay on. And what you're going to do is, it's just like the lip sense tubes. They're basically the same. They're a little smaller. You don't need a lot of product. This one's called, like I said, Candlelight. It might be one that I need to open a new one because I use it so much, but anyway, so basically to start with, you can use this as an all over lid shadow, okay, which is what people would know to do with it. This would be like, you know, the one thing people would say, oh yeah, I can use this all over my lid, okay? Well, this is also going to give you a perfect highlight. So once I'm done with this, and I have done any other shadows, so like I've done my crease, I've done, you know, any other definition that I want to do, any other defining, then I can go back with a tiny bit of the Candlelight and pop it right up here, and it's going to redefine my highlight and my brow bone. So it's perfect for that. All right, so I've done it as an all over lid. Now I'm going to take just a tiny bit. I don't want a lot, because the older you get, the more, you know, wrinkles you have under your eye, and crepiness, and I don't want to accentuate the crepiness. So what I'll do is just take a little tiny bit. I'd rather have less than more to begin with, right? And then I'm going to pat it out. So this goes under your eye as well. You can use it under your eye as well. Now, at this very moment, it's about 76 degrees in my house with the air running. So, you know, I'm sweating my face off as I'm doing this video, but it makes it a little harder for this to blend right. But anyway, you get the point, because there you go. You can see the difference. Now, when I hold the mirror up, you won't see these harsh shadows anymore. See that? When you see the direct lighting, you can see how it, you know, it covers. So there's this eye without it, there's this eye with it. Then I like to use it as just a blemish concealer. So right now, the only real blemish I have is a little tiny red spot right here, which is not gonna give you the best effect. So why don't we go ahead and with our redness in our nose area. This is a hormonal thing, so the older you get, the more redness you'll get right up in here around the nose. So that is why you wanna make sure that you're concealing there, because if you're hiding that redness, you're kind of camouflaging your age. And again, I'm just patting and I'm pushing. I don't want to make this look powdery, because when it dries, it doesn't really dry to a powder, but it dries to a permanent finish, and I don't want it to be crepey. So I don't know if you can see the wrinkly. I mean, I'm gonna have wrinkles regardless, but anyway. So there you go. So I've got the redness covered on that side. You can see the difference. And then here. Okay. Also, if you guys have ever watched any of my lip sense videos, well, not any of them, because I don't use it every time, but when I use my lip sense and I have gotten crazy out of my lines or something like that, and I've had to kind of touch up with Oops Remover or whatever, Candlelight is the color that I will go in with, or the shadow, or the tool, I guess I should say, that I will go in with and like straighten up the lines. I'll put a little bit right here just to kind of give you an idea. But like, let's say I have it and it's not completely perfected right here on the outside lines or whatever. Candlelight will allow me to straighten it, clean it up, and make it look perfect. Candlelight. Now, I do have a little blemish up here. This is like a permanent spot on my head. I've actually thought about maybe going to a dermatologist and making sure it's not skin cancer or something, but haven't really had the money to do so. But anyway, you can see how that's pretty much virtually eliminated. You can barely see it. You can't see it at all probably. So let me hold this light up one more time and show you. Give you the lid look. Let me make sure I blended that enough. I don't want the crease in the middle. Now, the other beauty of this Candlelight, or any of the ShadowSense colors, is that you're not going to get creasing and any of the lines. It's going to kind of camouflage fine lines. It fills in. It's almost you know, I use it as a primer. So I'll call it a primer on my eye when really it's a shadow. But I will not use other shadows unless I use one of the ShadowSense colors first and as my base color, because it will hold whatever I put over the top of it on just for hours and hours. And I'm talking about, I can sleep with it on and wake up and it'll still be on. So anyway, now this is not like lip sense where you have to have some special something to take it off. Our Fuchs remover will take this off. If you have a makeup remover already, you'll have makeup cloths, any of those things will take off the ShadowSense. It's not like it's complicated to take off. It doesn't take anything extra. Okay, now one last thing that you can do with the ShadowSense, and this goes for all of them, even though today we're specifically talking about Candlelight, is that you can blend Candlelight with the darker colors and create a second and third tone of that. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take the Candlelight and Mocha Java, and I'm gonna show you on my wrist here. See if here is the candle. Great, the lighting is so bright. My chair just fell. It's like, help me. You're way too much. All right, anyway, and then we're taking the Mocha Java and we're gonna put it right beside it. And then we can take something and blend these two. Let me make sure I don't have any other colors on here because I was playing around earlier. We're gonna blend these two together so we get a mid-tone of those two. You see how the Candlelight and the Mocha Java will mix together? Now, and so that's gonna give you 3 different colors out of the 2 colors. So like I was saying earlier, you might spend $22, but you got this versatility going on. So Candlelight, then you've got your second one. So basically this would go all over your lid. This one right here would go maybe out in your outer V, and then this one would be your crease color and maybe your eyeliner. So that's just an example of some of the things you can do with Candlelight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative and that you learned something new today. Thanks so much for watching as always. And I'm coming back in just a little bit to show you a comparison of mascaras and to apply a lipstick combo. See you soon.